Luke 12:49. I am come to send fire on earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? Call halal Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakak Wadash. Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. The 144,000 and the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird. The Israelite foreigners among the heathen that look like the heathen. And to the few Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm, coming at you with another lesson in truth. And what just happened in Ecuador, man, that's a precursor to what's going to happen here in America. It is going to get crazy, and it's funny. You know, I read that scripture, and I was just reading in this magazine that I'm subscribed to on how to build a fire in wet weather. All right. And, you know, and how to gather up the fuel and the different techniques, which is something that we all might need to, what's the name of this magazine anyway? This comes to me. Oh yeah, this is an NSRA magazine membership update. So I guess I got a membership to this. But liberty, independence, and patriotism. Not that I'm a patriot or any of that, but for the information like this is why I got the magazine. It's just giving you different survival techniques in the wild, and you know, and what, you know, how to identify plants you can eat, and you know, those are going to be things that we need the Lord. And ultimately, we got to depend on the Lord. But you know, the scriptures clearly say, "Blessed is he who readeth." All right, so you know, so when you read in the scriptures to get understanding, you can also read other information to get understanding too. All right, the Lord gave us a mind and a brain. All right. And he gave us portions of wisdom and the way to think that most people don't have. All right. So, you know, it'd be helpful to read things like that. But definitely the fire is already kindled, which was made me think about that scripture. But I'm going to play a little bit of this video about this armed takeover of the TV station in Ecuador. And it's just like riots and crazy shit happening in Ecuador in the streets, completely unruliness. And that's, you know, and that's just a precursor of things to come, because they're trying to, you know, of course, America's going to tell the story, but they're going to tell it from a Western perspective. And there was an article in it on Russia Today. Although I didn't read the article, it'd be interesting to see, you know, their perspective as well. But anyway, let's find out what's happening here, because I haven't seen anything, just inklings, you know, little, you know, like quick hits here and there. So I really haven't, you know, dove into the story because it's so fresh. This just happened yesterday. So here we go.
To the chilling images coming in from Ecuador late today, armed men storming a live TV broadcast in Ecuador, the studio crew taken hostage. It all happened after the government there had imposed a state of emergency. Here's ABC's Matt Rivers now.
Now, wait, before they even go, wow. This dude is in the TV studio with a shotgun. Well, it looks like a damn shockwave. An American-made Mossberg shockwave. But anyway, what do you think's going to happen here in America when they try to take the guns from these patriots? You know, these Americans are really tired, you know. And this almost looks rigged, too. You know, you never know. You never know. All right, with Esau Edom, because you know, if this is real, if this is a wag the dog situation, this could be very real. But you know, you can't put it past Esau that he's doing one of those wag. And if the movie Wag the Dog, our beloved elder apostle Gabar, you know, speaks about it a lot, because we live in a world, especially here in the West, where it's wag the dog in America all the time. You know, these events that take place often are staged. You know, and not to say that the death isn't real, but that just, you know, but they're staged. All right. So let's go.
Tonight, this is the chilling moment. Armed men stormed the set of a public TV channel in Ecuador, firing off guns and waving apparent explosives during a live broadcast. The studio crew taken hostage for at least 15 minutes on air as the country watched. Police later surrounding...
See, something gangs don't do is come in with zip ties. That's more, that's, I've, look, I grew up in Chicago, man. All right? Gangs don't carry around zip ties in their bags. All right? They don't. In their backpacks or their knapsacks or whatever you want to call it. So that's the first clue that, only military cops and paramilitary, and there's a lot of paramilitary, running around South America. Lots of them. Lots of them are here as well, too, came with those migrants. So think about that, all right? Think about it. Like, like our beloved elder apostle Ramlab always says, think about it. All right, here we go.
In the station, arresting several suspects. And across Ecuador, fiery blasts rocking multiple cities, this one engulfing a police car. The wave of violence beginning just hours after Ecuador's president declared a state of emergency, following a prison escape by notorious Los Choneros gang leader Adolfo Macias. The government battling with what they say are at least 22 different criminal groups angered by that state of emergency.
And what is it with everybody named Macias being a total badass, being a damn gangbanger, terrorist, militant? What's going on with that?
Tonight, authorities say at least 7 police officers have been kidnapped. Ecuador, once known as one of South America's most peaceful countries, seeing an explosion in recent years of organized crime-related violence.
And I'm gonna tell you, man, the on a whole nother subject, the sisters in Ecuador, collectively, they nice. Just saying.
Linked to Mexican drug cartels.
And David, that state of emergency will remain in place for at least 60 days, which gives the country's military the right to enter some of the prisons there, criminals inside of which responsible for so much of the violence we've seen recently. David?
Matt Rivers reporting for us tonight. Thank you, Matt.
Hi, everyone. George Stephan.
That's absolutely crazy. Let's watch another one. All right, this is CNN, so let's see what they have to say.
Books change people's lives.
Something I've written never changed your life?
Absolutely.
Off subject, I'm gonna do a now that they, I usually get angry when they play in a commercial, but this movie is a must see. I mean, it completely came out of left field on this one. I saw it yesterday, and I'm definitely, Lord's will, I'm gonna do a lesson on this later on today. This movie with Jeffrey Wright and Diana Ross's daughter there, Tracy Ross.
That dining room table was wobbly as hell.
Oh my God.
Monk, your books are good, but they're not popular.
I just want to rub their noses in it. What do you see in my brother?
He's talented. Is it bad to cater to?
So let me, I don't even want to give it away, but Lord's will, later on today, or after this one out, I'm planning on doing a lesson on that. But let's see what they have to say here.
A state television station during a live broadcast taking hostages. Ecuador is in a state of emergency, a declaration made after a notorious gang leader escaped prison. CNN's Patrick Ottman is following this from Havana, Cuba. Patrick, the TV station incident is just one of many troubling events.
And remember, too, we said that there's going to be lots of distraction news. And the distraction doesn't necessarily have to be here in America either, okay? They need to get people's mind off this Jeffrey Epstein list. All right, we all remember what happened, the last time when we were, in the middle of a retail apocalypse, because they had to, and I believe that the whole one-niner thing was also a distraction from the fact that because that finished off so many businesses and made the economy really go way down, and which was inevitable. It was happening anyway. They needed something to blame it on, and they needed to distract from that Jeffrey Epstein list. And now, since January 1st, we're 9 days in, 10 days in, and every day something has been an epic. Wow, and it's 4:41 p.m. on the screen. Call Halal Yahweh Bashem Awashai. And you, man, the Lord, hey, look. But this could also just be another wag the dog situation. Or it could be, and either way it goes, Yahweh Bashem Awashai is in control. He's gonna make these things happen. All right. But it's ramping up, and this very well could be the year that the Jacob's trouble goes full blown, and when it does, deliverance is shortly there behind. And I'm going to read from Job, the 20th chapter, one of my favorite chapters in the whole Bible. Job 20th chapter is fire, because it's definitely talking about this time and how Esau is going to go down.
Yes, there is a wave of violence that has been committed by these gangs, these armed violent gangs that are linked to drug cartels. They have attacked universities, attacked police, attacked prison guards, and you had this absolutely stunning video that you just showed of the.
That sounds like a military and not a gang. Gangs are not that well organized. They're not. To do a tactical hit where they're attacking, where there's riots in the prison, there's riots, there's attacks on prison guards, there's attacks on police, and then an attack on a on a TV station. This sounds like this doesn't sound like gangs. It just doesn't.
These armed gunmen coming into a TV station in Guayaquil, Ecuador, while it was live on the air, threatening employees, pushing them to the ground, pointing guns at them. It appears that police have retaken control of this TV station. They're showing pictures of some of these alleged gunmen on the floor with their hands tied behind their backs. They're saying that they were able to go in and arrest them and rescue the employees of this TV station.
And that's amazing in itself, because have that happen in America. I don't see if 7 men did this and all 7 men you got taken alive. Yeah, but this is Job 20 and 40, and it reads, "Knowest thou not of this old Salakia? Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumph of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment? Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, his head reacheth unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, Where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night." So, Esau Edom is basically being brought down and chased out of the world. With all the college campuses and in the schools, it's okay to be white. That defensive posture that they're taking, basically is coming. The aggression that they see is just the truth being told. That's the problem. That their history is their own downfall, which is why they want to cover it up, or why they want to call it critical race theory instead of critical race historical facts. The elders, some of the top elders of bishops did a lesson on a monastery, the Voronet Monastery, last night, which is epic, which everyone needs to go see it. I think it's GMS on the job with Elder Bishop Taj, and he was flanked by Elder Bishop Manatazak. You need to see, man. You need to see this video, man. It is fire. And every time the Elder Bishop Taj will open his mouth, it's spitting nothing but knowledge and fire, man. But this one, man. But yes, but nevertheless, man, 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, all of it's coming to light. Matter of fact, let's jump up to stay in Job. Let's jump up to Job 20 and 15. He has swallowed down riches, he shall vomit them up again. God shall cast him out of his belly. He shall suck the poison asp, and the viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods of the brooks, the honey of the butter. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. It's going to be a huge check that shit in motion against Esau, man. Esau going to have to check in everything, that he has. That's some old slang that they used to use in Chicago when you was getting strong armed. Them check that in drills. All right, and Esau getting ready to have to check in everything that they have, man. It said, because he have oppressed and he have forsaken the poor, because he have violently taken away a house which he buildeth not. So Esau's, you know, because they all down in Ecuador and South America, just like they here in America, living deliciously, while the indigenous, you know, people are suffering. That's what leads up to this sort of situation in the first place. This sort of inequity, this sort of imbalance. All right, because the people, you know, the people that are in government and that run the country are either Edomites or people who or some of our own people, the damn, you know, Uncle Toms that get put in power, that rule over their own people, you know, under the authority of Esau Edom, man. All right, let's go check another one. Let's go down to this one. This is one from The Guardian now. Let's just see. Just wanted to get some different perspectives on
Hey
this.
guys, we are giving out a ton of these DeWalt samples today. Just fill out our quick 2.
Wow, so this one's silent. It's just all, where's the sound? There it is. And see, nobody got shot, nobody got killed. And the gang that was really trying to make a statement, they more than likely would have killed somebody on air live. All right? Real talk, because that's how gangs get down. That's what makes me think, you know, more and more I'm thinking this is a wag the dog situation. But nevertheless, the situation is still going to lead up, because this will inspire people to do it for. If it's not real, it will inspire people to do it for real. All right. Let me go to 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. It's just so much happening, man. You don't even know, you know. So, you know, brothers should be doing videos daily on a regular basis, you know. This is 2nd Ezra 15, and we start at verse 14. Yeah, 14 through 19. We're living that, man. 2nd Ezra 15, 14 through 19, man. I'm telling you. But it says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, with swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of a lack of bread, and for great tribulation." All right, so it's just going to be mass death. I saw a video that the brothers posted up of a man who got put to death. And I think it may have been in Haiti, one of those islands. And the man got stoned to death for raping a little girl or a young girl. And it was pretty brutal, you know, because even after he was dead, they just, you know, were picking up huge stones larger than his head, smashing his face with it. And his head just opened up, and his brains and his guts all over the place. It's crazy. But, you know, that's actually scriptural, though. And that sort of thing that sort of death is gonna come back in the world, and that sort of punishment is gonna come back into the world. Because I guarantee you, if people were put to death for adultery, for rape, for this pedo stuff, and the way that man was put together, it would stop all that real quick, you know. And that's biblical. All right, you know, so that sort of punishment is gonna come back, man. All right, and that sort of punishment is gonna come upon Esau Edom. All right, because there's so much more that I want to speak about in this video. I got a couple articles that I hadn't even got to yet, so I may have to just do a whole nother lesson. But let me read. Let me go back to Job, the 20th chapter, and read the last part of it. Told you that Job 20th chapter is fire, man. And just like 2nd Ezra 15 and 16 chapter, you know, these things are coming to pass. We're living in it. This is Job 20 and 22, and it reads, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. So as these people stormed, this TV station, this is a precursor to things in America. All right. It's going to be wild like that. Having armed men, come in and do what these guys were doing, man. All right. It's going to be a normal thing. And it says, and he shall flee from the iron weapon. Hold on. When he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast his fury and his wrath upon him, and he shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So the faster they get this, this thing going, all right, because, with the collapse of the dollar, with all these nations, 5 more nations join the BRICS, all right, sealing the death of the dollar, all right. Look at this. Why armed gangs in Haiti? Come on, man. Gangs that move like the military. But they gotta, label these brown people, these dark brown and medium brown people, they gotta label them as gangs, and not freedom fighters. We don't know what's going on. This is just what they're saying. Some of the brothers from Haiti got family can chime in and we know that them Haitians down there is wild and they're wicked as hell, but then there's also a certain level of righteousness to them as well. As far as it's just certain things that they won't do that Westerners do, What's that scripture I'm thinking of when it said that Israel would do things naturally, But let me finish with this Job, the 20th chapter. All right, it reads, I'm going to read 23 again. When he is about to fill, Job 20 and 23, when he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So, we're getting close to the complete shutdown of all cash and being forced into a digital system. And the only way to control that digital system is with the micro C-HIP. And in the moment that they begin to, and all these things are leading up to that. All paths and all roads lead to that. And once they begin to do that, that's when, and World War III will go full blown. And then they begin to micro C-HIP everyone and make it impossible to live. And that's when Yahushua is going to come and rain on that parade. All right. And he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn out and cometh out the body. Yeah, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. So that's basically when them ICBMs, when them arrows begin to fly from one end of the earth to the other. That's the type of arrow that it's talking about. All darkness shall be hid in the secret place. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle, because I want to read an article about Putin declaring the West as the real enemy. All right, and then another article that St. Benji sent me where they said they want to put an end to Iraq or Iran or Iraq, so they want to put an end to American Western presence in Western Asia, because there is no such thing as the Middle East. I keep telling brothers, please stop saying that. The Middle East is Western Asia. All right, it always has been. From the time that Scipio Africanus conquered it, they started using that false term, the Middle East, in the late 1800s, and it is basically created to fit the false narrative, the white superiority narratives, and make it sound as if that's a region, as if there's a race of people, almost like it's its own continent or something, and it's not. The so-called Middle East, you can say that. Sits in Western Asia, all right? And I've done probably about 7 or 8 lessons proving that, showing you the receipts, all right? I have a map of Asia, and matter of fact, I'm gonna just show it. I'm tired of brothers saying that. All right, this is a map of Asia, a teacher's map, all right? And as you see, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Jordan, Syria, Turkey, Iran, all sit in Western Asia. See, it's a map of Asia, teacher's map. All right, because on the backside, there's no names. All right, there's no such thing as Euro, Asia, Middle East, and none of that. All this colored part from Israel all the way across to Japan, all right? That's Asia, okay? So there's no such thing as the Middle East. They made that shit up. So with that, I'm going to give all praises, all honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash, Kwam Yasharala Shalom.